advantages when it comes to enrollment and some opportunities. So we're going to kind of go through those. Guys, there's a lot more thrown at you your junior year than you had your sophomore year. So I really recommend you listen to the next 20 minutes so we don't get a ton of questions again over the next 3 weeks. Okay. First of all, let's go through the required classes for juniors. First of all, you will have to take English. Your social studies next year will be U.S. history. You took world this year. You're going to take U.S. history next year. The English, you can choose between the regular junior English or the AP English. Remember, the AP English does have a summer assignment. Do not sign up for the AP English unless you're willing to do the reading and the writing of the summer assignment. Math, lots of different choices to the two different kinds of geometry, algebra 2 and pre-calc. If you are in algebra this year, you're going to take geometry next year. If you are in geometry this year, you're going to take algebra 2 next year. If you're in algebra 2, you're going to probably take pre-calc. Science, you guys need to finally choose your science as a junior. If you did not take biology your sophomore year, you'll have to take that. But otherwise, you can choose from chemistry, physics, biology 2, human A&T, physics. You've got earth science, astronomy, botany, zoology, robotics, lots of choices. You haven't really gotten to choose science before, and this year you get to. Try to pick a science that's going to go into the field that you are thinking about, okay? Physics is good for math-based majors. Biology, too, for plant or animal-based majors. Human A&T for health majors. AP chemistry for health majors. Talk to your science teacher now and say, this is kind of what I'm thinking. What do you recommend I take next year? They know a lot about your ability and what you might be best in. Electives. Think about those year independent requirements like financial literacy, like your art, like your social studies elective, those kind of things so that you can get those classes done before your senior year. You also need to get a STEM done, your speech. You can take speech for college credit next year, so that's an option as well. Additional graduation requirements. Remember, you guys are that first class of the additional graduation requirements. So these are those post-secondary assets. There will be an assignment next year in your advisory in which you will need to start marking some of this and keeping track of it. You can't graduate without it. You can't get a diploma without meeting these things. 40 plus hours of community service, 2+ high school athletic activities, 90% attendance in high school, ACT of a 21 or above. There's a state assessment of 3 or 4. You guys have state assessments this year, so you can work on that. There will be a senior project. That one's already going to be one of them. You'll just need one more. So start thinking about what that might be for you. These are our newer classes. We've got the world geography was new this year. We've got, or not, yeah, it was new this year, the music appreciation, photo imaging, graphic design. A lot of new classes in our art department. The agricultural block. We haven't had a lot of interest in that, but if you are thinking at all about agricultural and science, we can send you as a block over to Sedgwick for 2 hours a day. They have a great program there because they're smaller. They have an ag program. If you're interested in culinary arts, it's now a year-long class. And now we have some new classes that are just this year. We've got Walking for Wellness, which is a CE class. You will mostly just walk. You know, they say walking is what we as adults mostly do for health anyway. So they're going to try to incorporate that into class.
Listen, please.
And how that can benefit you. We also have two new business classes. Investing, guys, that's an awesome class. It's how you can start investing your own money to grow your wealth. My brother-in-law grew his wealth. He told me a couple years ago he's now a millionaire in investments. I'm not, he is. There are ways to grow that wealth. Sports, entertainment, marketing. If you're thinking at all about sports and entertainment, that marketing class will be fun. So those are both options available next year. College credit. For the first year, a lot more college credit is opening up. Like I already said, you can take the speech, All of these classes are available for college credit next year for you. All of our college credit classes are about $50 per credit hour. Most classes are 3 credit hours, which would make the college credit class $150. Guys, that's cheap. When you go to college, you're going to probably pay closer to $600 to $700 per class, and here you get it for $150. It's a great way to get a semester to a year done before you go to college, taking the classes here. Plus, you have high school teachers teaching them. When you go to college, you aren't going to have teachers that care about you or your grade as much as our high school teachers. So, if you're interested in all of college, get some of this dual credits done. You're gonna probably need psychology and sociology. That's a great one to get done. You're gonna have to take an appreciation class. Music appreciation is a good one to get done. Math. You can get your math done in high school and you never have to take another math class. If you do like engineering or math, you're gonna have to take more. But for a lot of you, nice. For a lot of you, the math can be done in high school and then you don't have to do it again. A lot of our science classes are worth college credit. Science doesn't always transfer as well to every college, so you kind of need to look at that. But for $150, it's a great way. Well, science will be probably closer to 5 credit hours, so it'll be closer to $250. But still, it would probably be closer to 1,000 at a major university. So,
and just because you're going to like a tech school or a trade school doesn't mean that you don't need any of these classes, depending on if you want to get like a certificate or a certification versus like an associate's degree, like you could still potentially need these classes. So like automotive tech, for example. You go to WSU Tech and do automotive, if you get a certification, you don't need a lot of these classes, but if you want to get an associate's, you do need these classes. So you still need speech and English, art appreciation or like the fine arts, all that type of stuff. So start thinking about looking at like what program you might want to go into, because that might also impact your enrollment.
Some of our CTE classes, you mentioned automotive, they're actually while you're in high school. So some of those classes you already need to talk to your teacher about that. They'll let you know if they offer the tuition. It also tells you in your handbook to look at that. College study. You finally have the opportunity to take college study beyond what we offer here. If we offer the class here, we want you to take it here. But if it's a class that we do not offer here, like maybe college U.S. history, or an art appreciation, or developmental psychology, you can sign up to that through WSU Tech or software, and then once we see that you have proof of enrollment, we'll put you in a classroom here at the high school to take that class online. So it's an opportunity to get I would kind of look, if you know where you're going and what you want to major in, you can maybe look that up and see what classes you might need and you get started on that. It's kind of tricky because you don't want to waste your money taking classes you don't need. So counselors can work with you with that a little bit, but if you're taking the college study, that's kind of on your own to do that. We offer a lot of classes you'll need here, and so we encourage you more often to go that direction unless it doesn't fit your needs. Off-campus college blocks. This is also the first year you get to take advantage of leaving our high school for 4 hours a day, going to WSU Tech, or in a couple cases up to noon, and taking a block study. Guys, you can have your certificate done by the time you graduate high school and be making $25 an hour easy in some of these programs. And so if you're interested in any of these, you can spend that time now. We will bus you there. Tuition is almost free in a lot of cases. Don't do it to get a head start in college. It doesn't fulfill that need. Do it if you're interested in working in one of these programs. There's great ones up there. We have a lot of kids that do the information technology. We've had a lot of kids do welding. That one, if you're interested in welding, we've got to get you in fast because it fills up across the state real fast. We've had kids do the veterinary. I think the drones one would be cool. To learn how to drive those and do those kind of things. If you're interested in one of these programs, on the back of your pink sheet, HVAC is up there? It should be. Oh, climate and energy control is the HVAC. On the back of your pink sheet are all of the listing of everything, and you will circle the one you are interested in. If you're interested in a couple, you can circle a couple. Don't circle like 10. That's going to be hard to wait. But try to narrow it down to 1 or 2. You can pick WSU, guys, this is tricky. Pick WSU Tech on your enrollment sheet and circle it on the back. We will get you called in to visit the IE program. Like I already said, welding fills up fast. We usually have to get you in to talk about some of these programs within a week of collecting your enrollment sheet. So it's important you fill it out right so that we can get you to the top of the list. You have to have a 2.0 GPA, and you have to have quite a few of your electives done, your year-independent electives. We will look at that. You have the opportunity to take it in summer school if you're really interested in the program, but that costs money. So we will kind of talk to you if that's something you're interested in. Okay? Library aid and office aid. It's the first year you could be aides. We did take away peer mentor. That affects you guys the most because you can't be a peer mentor as a junior. The reason we did that is part of it is the way that we organize our stuff, but also we really want you guys exploring careers. We really want you taking advantage of college credit. We really want you involved in our music programs and art programs and things. And so we've just decided that we really want to limit that kind of stuff to seniors. So you can TA as a senior, which we will do with a peer mentor, but we've kind of taken that away from juniors. Now, we did decide second semester, we will open it up to juniors because a lot of the seniors leave for senior release. We're not going to have you sign up for that now. We're going to pass out sheets again in November, and juniors that are interested in being a TA can talk to teachers at that time because they'll have a better idea of what they're doing. Okay? Library aid and office aid. If you are interested in either one of those, you need to see Ms. S or go to the office. The office aid is a little bit complicated application. It's got a few more pages, but being an office aid is awesome. You get to be in the office, you get to kind of hear what's going down, you get to walk around the school and give passes. It's a really great honor. There's a lot, they want the best of the best in there, but if you're interested in that, it looks great on a resume. You can apply for office aid. Library aid is also available on a limited basis for juniors.
Just a quick note on that. If you guys are interested in being an office aide or in library aid and you choose that on your lead sheets and on your Zello, you have got to fill out the application. If you pick it on your sheet and you don't fill out the application, that means nothing to us, and now you've just wasted one of your elective choices, right? Because you're not going to be an office aide and you've maybe wasted a couple of your choices where you could have.
We would rather you not pick it on your sheet and fill out the application. You would pick it, but we would rather you go that direction.
You have to fill out the application. Every year we have so many kids, they miss out on electives because they said, I want to be an office aide. They never fill out the application, so then I just have to put them in drama or music appreciation or whatever because I don't know what else to put you.
Whatever's left after the freshman to their okay? Advanced Weights, Lifetime Fitness, they have applications. If you're interested in advanced weights, I know a lot of our sports kids do advanced weights. Go ahead and pick regular strength and conditioning. Mr. LeCoeur will send you an application for advanced weights, and as you are approved, we will move you into advanced weights out of your choices. If you're not interested in advanced weights, you do nothing. You'll just stay in strength and conditioning. Lifetime Fitness, you pick Lifetime Fitness on your sheet. We will send you an application. That's kind of the class we need it to be the right fit. So if you want to know more about that, you can read about it in the info. I think that's it. Okay, most of the time with Zello, you guys have done this since you were 8 years, right? You go in, you take classes. You guys remember when we came to the middle school and helped with that? Last year you tried to get it on your own. You'll go through that and you'll pick your classes. It's pretty easy. Another thing we're really trying to get through to you guys is don't try to fill out your pink sheet without Zello. They're supposed to work hand in hand. We'll get emails from kids to say, what do I need to graduate? It'll tell you in Zello. Zello is designed just for you, and it will tell you exactly what you need to graduate, which year-independent electives you need, which classes you passed. It will have that exactly for you. If you didn't pass algebra, it's going to force you to take algebra again. If you didn't pass second semester or first semester of sophomore English, it's going to force you to take it again. If you transfer it from another school, sometimes you mess up codes and you'll say, I took physical science. and it's showing me that I need physical science, just email whoever your counselor is, and we can override that. You can look at it and figure it out. 90% of your questions and problems with Zello can be answered through an email fast. So that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us is through the email. You can come down and see us during advisory. We will always try to have somebody in there. But honestly, let's say we get 30 emails each, we can get all those done in one advisory versus if we had 30 people, we couldn't. So sometimes the email is faster. Another thing that might be if you have any kind of online classes, those are always in there in your Zello. They're locked in there. You'll see a little lockbox because those are required. And so those are in there. If you disagree with any of that, email your counselor and we'll get you more information on that. If you fail multiple classes, I kind of already touched on this, Zello might be a little messy. Some of you will have a list this long of classes you've got to take because you didn't have a very successful freshman or sophomore year. As you all know, you have to take the classes until you pass them. So, it will force you to enroll in this. This is what Zello looks like. You guys all remember? You'll go in, you'll hit course planner, and it will pull up for you. You will click on English 11. You will have the choice of AP English or English 11. If you pick it, it will automatically hook you to second semester and put it into your plan. Then you'll go to math. If you're in, did I already put on this? If you're in algebra, you'll take geometry. Ask your math teacher what the next math class is if you don't remember. If you pick the first semester, it will automatically put you in the next year. If you fail first semester of whatever math class, it'll force you to pick that. You can pick the next math class as an elective if you want to. You kind of go through that in the spring and fall and figure out, based on how you do second semester, what actual math class to put you in, but you can pick that as an elective. Science, you'll get to finally pick your first science classes. Some science classes are semester. Some of them are year. If it's a year, it will force you to enroll in the second semester. If it's a semester class, I encourage you to pick another semester class to go with it so you don't have to take a required science your senior year. That's up to you. Social studies will be the U.S. history and link it. And then this person only has 1 year independent requirement, but you could have up to 5. You guys also have that STEM requirement. The STEM requirement doesn't actually show up till your senior year as a requirement if you pick, but there's lots. If you click on it, you'll see all the choices. We really encourage you, a lot of you, if you don't get it through something like drafting or computers or automotive or anything like that, you can pick it up as a sport of science, you can pick it up as a sport of math. I think the STEM requirement for most of you will just happen now. Okay, so on your sheet, you will have 14 X's. If a year, like if it's U.S. history and it's got 2 lines, that will count as 2 of those 14 X's. If it is psychology, which is a semester class with 1 line, it will count as 1 of your X's. You will have 14 X's on your sheet. Using Zello, you're going to fill it out together, 14 X's, and then you will put 4 A's. The A stands for alternates. The way that we do schedules, the program doesn't automatically pull your alternates if the other class, we have to go in and push in alternates. So really pick alternates that you're interested in. I'm amazed how many kids waste their enrollment choices and then they give up that opportunity to pick the classes they really want. Mrs. Upwork is really the one that builds the master. I'm going to have her talk to you a second about how she uses her choices to build that master and how important it is to pick classes you're interested in and not just quickly fill that out to get it done.
Yeah, so the master schedule is kind of a big puzzle, right? There's a lot of classes and a lot of teachers, and so what we do is we take all the requests that you guys give us and we analyze that data, and that's how we determine how many sections of a class we're going to offer, right? If we only have 10 students interested in human growth and development, maybe we'll only have 1 section. But if we have 100 students interested in it, now we have to have 5 sections. So that information is really important when we're making those decisions. We also use that information to decide what time of day certain classes are offered. We have several classes that are only offered 1 time a day, okay? For example, Madrigals, right? Madrigals and calculus. Hey, if you want to take madrigals and calculus, I need to know that now so I don't make them the same hour. Does that make sense? If you change your mind later and you decide later down the road you want to take madrigals, the schedule's already made and there might be something in the way and I can't put you in that class because they're only offered one time a day. So,
And we use the choir as a example there. Choir, you will pick the choir you will get into. You guys are pretty good about that. Then once Mr. Sin has tryouts, we go in and change it before she builds the master. So if you're a magical, we will know it. Okay?
so really the point is,
Guys,
when you
stop.
are making decisions on your classes, really, really think about it because if you change your mind between now and the beginning of your junior year, there's no guarantee we are going to be able to get you in those classes. If what you pick now is what you want to be in, I can almost guarantee that the master schedule will work out in a way that you have that as an opportunity.
Especially as a junior. You guys are finally to the point where we will, your picks matter the most. You and your team, okay? So, you will put the 14 X's and 4 A's. You will take that sheet home, have your parents sign it, bring it back by February 20th, and submit your Zello, and then enrollment is done for you. You will have everything. You can take your Zello home and log in so your parents can see what you need. Parents like to see that. You can kind of do it together with parents. I highly encourage that. Your parents are smart. They kind of know, oh, you might need this, you might need that. If you are thinking about playing sports in college, in the handbook it tells you what classes you need and what classes meet that requirement here. If you're wanting to be a Kansas scholar, the handbook tells you what classes to take to be a Kansas scholar. Use your handbook. You guys don't get one anymore, we get it to you when you're in 8th grade, but it will be uploaded on our websites under the counseling site and on the main high school site starting probably tomorrow because we just got it finalized. But you can always look at the 24, 25, 26 ones. Oh yeah.
Okay, so there is this slide here that basically has like all of the different like elective class options in it. Basically any teacher who wanted to promote their class like made a little infographic or a little poster with details and information on that specific class. So it'll give you a little bit of an overview of like what you do in that class, as well as maybe what prerequisites you have to have. So if juniors take this course, most of these courses are going to be available to you, right? I think internship and maybe like one other course might not be on there. But they're kind of sorted by categories. So like the first category is business, okay, just alphabetical order and all that good stuff. But just go click through these and like look through all of these because a lot of times kids will come into our office and they'll be like, what do I do in sports entertainment marketing? Like, I don't know, it's a new class, you know as much as you do, right? So go directly to that teacher or look at one of these infographics to get more information because teachers can tell you about their class and market their class better than we can, right? I have kids come in with like a lot of like speech or presentation anxiety and they're like, are we gonna do presentations in this class? Again, I don't know, there are like 100+ classes, right? So I don't know the ins and outs of every class. So you guys can use this as a resource. Also, you guys need things like fine arts credits. So if you scroll down to fine arts, all the fine arts options are there. So there's choir, graphic design, drama, okay, all the arts, video production, woodworking, okay, so that can help you in that realm as well.
And then there's more information in the curriculum guide, but you know, probably 100 words for one that's a lot to read.
This will be posted on Google Classroom today, so if you want to start scrolling through and checking out all the amazing electives that we have to offer, you can go ahead and start doing that today.
You will get your cheat sheets from your advisory teacher. Some of you already have them, that's fine. Some of you won't get them till tomorrow, that's also fine. You have 3 weeks to do this, guys, so don't be hounding your advisory teacher till maybe tomorrow. You can start working on it. Does anybody have a good question? Okay, we're not leaving you yet. We're not leaving you yet.
tomorrow.